The importance of shadow work means that we don't project our pains and our fears and our shit on other people. The importance of shadow work means that we understand who we are, that we connect to the fullness of our being, that we begin to love those parts of ourselves that we've experienced as painful, that have been hurt, that have been neglected. Shadow work means that we go deeper within who we are and we become whole. We don't live a life of fracture and brokenness. Shadow work means that we take responsibility for who we are. We take ownership for our actions. At some point we realize that the suffering that we are experiencing within can only be relieved from within. It becomes an inside job. But we forget this when we're in the world, moving around, relating to other people, feeling other people's burdens and pains and suffering, taking that on as if it's our own. We become responsible for their stuff, internalize it, make ourselves wrong, hate ourselves in the process, and then lash out to the world. It becomes this cyclical death loop. We may not be physically dying, but we're dying inside our psyches, our emotional being, our vibrancy. Shadow work is going to those places within us that have experienced deep, deep pain, loss, separation. Maybe you've been beaten by a parent and as a child you were confused. But I love you. I love this person. I'm looking to you for safety. I'm looking to you for understanding and guidance. But you're beating me. And we develop this confused state within ourselves. We bring that confusion into our adult relationships. We bring that confusion into our adult lives, not understanding ourselves, being afraid to give love, holding back. Then people want more from us, but we get frustrated. Maybe you've experienced sexual or emotional abuse, bullying as a child. Maybe you've developed a sense of self that has got you to understand that you're not good enough, that you're not enough, that you're not wise enough, that you're not important enough, that you don't matter when you do matter. That is the shadow, that stuff that we ignore, all the unpleasant feelings and emotions that we want to stuff down, that we don't want to address, that we want to avoid, and we put them in a knapsack, and we carry that knapsack, that unconscious, unseen knapsack around with us all the time, everywhere. And in carrying it around, we're losing part of who we are because we're not fully connected. We're not fully feeling whole. And that shadow, or those shadows that we live in, unknowingly, comes out of us. It leaks into our relationships. It causes disharmony. We can't even see it because we're not paying attention to it. We're not making the unconscious conscious. Good morning, Joy. Shadow work. Shadow work is everything when it comes to unraveling the self and living a life of fullness and wholeness. We need support. We're relational social beings, and we have to be responsible for our own work. We have to be responsible for seeking guidance, for seeking support, for being surrounded by people that have been there, that have walked that treacherous path of pain, suffering, that have done their shadow work, that have gone to the depths of hell. I know I have. And I know I avoided it for so long. And I avoided it because I was scared. I was scared of what I would unpack. I was scared of thinking less of myself than I already did. Hating on myself more than I already did. I was scared to realize that the people that I love the most hurt me the most. And how would I reconcile that? How would I forgive? I didn't want to feel that feeling, the density of those feelings, but we have to feel the fullness of the experience that is life. Because to know joy and happiness and pleasure, and not at a superficial, short-term gratifying level, but at a deep, profound level, we must know the rest of us. We must know the whole of us. And so shadow work is crucial for the evolution of humanity, for the evolution of your own soul, for the progression and expansion of who you are in the world, for us as a humanity, as individuals and as a collective, to actually live our potential in all that we can be. Power blessings to you, people, and I wish you that exploration. I wish you safety in that exploration. And it's okay to get uncertain. And it's okay to move into the mystery and the unknown. It's okay to be in the dark, because your eyes will adjust and you will see and experience a sense of self like you never have before, and you'll be able to put it to rest. And then you'll feel more complete. And then, as you move through the world, you won't feel so fractured. You'll be more open to experiences, more inviting. You'll feel safer within yourself, and you'll be a safer beacon of light for others to come to. And that's how we grow together.